Practice. Number 1. Listen to a school secretary making an announcement in school.
Attention please, staff and students. Some workers from the power company are here now trying to fix a few problems with the school's electricity. Please keep this in mind if you are using any electrical devices in school today. In particular, if you are working on computers, make sure you save your work regularly. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your understanding. The problem should be fixed today.
What can be inferred about the electricity in the school? Number 2. Listen to a principal making an announcement.
Attention please, I have an important announcement. Due to the severe weather this past weekend, the ground floor of the school has been completely flooded. A number of rooms in both buildings have been closed. These areas have been listed on posters throughout the school, so please refer to the posters before going to any classes on the ground floor. And please listen for further announcements. I'll keep you updated on the situation.
What is probably true about the flooded ground floor? Number 3. Listen to a principal making an announcement in school.
May I have your attention, please? We're putting some short questionnaires in the school cafeteria for you to fill in. The cafeteria staff would like to get some feedback on cafeteria food. You can rate your meal on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being excellent and 1 being poor. At the end of the week, the cafeteria staff will tally up the results. This will help them to improve cafeteria service. Thank you.
What can be inferred about the questionnaires? Number 4. Listen to a conversation between two friends.
So, did you pick up the cake for Jill's birthday party?
No, not yet, but I called the bakery and told them I'd be there to get it soon.
I could have done that. You were supposed to get it on the way home from school.
Sorry, I just didn't have time. I had to get home and talk to my mom before she started her night shift at the hospital.
Okay, well, maybe I'll just go get it myself right now because we don't have a lot of time left. The party is in less than 2 hours.
What does the boy imply when he says,
I could have done that.
Number 5. Listen to part of a conversation between a girl and her father.
Rosa, did you pick up my dry cleaning like I asked you to?
Oh no! I'm so sorry, Daddy. I completely forgot. Why didn't you call me and remind me?
I didn't think I needed to. Well, can you go get it right now? I need that suit for a presentation I'm making tonight, and I don't have time to go get it. I'm still putting the finishing touches on my presentation.
It's so far. And it would just take a minute to drive.
All right, I'll get it myself. But would you please iron my shirt?
What does the girl mean when she says,
It's so far. And it would just take a minute to drive.
Questions 6 through 8. Listen to part of a conversation between a boy and his teacher.
Zachary, I'm still waiting for your essay on Mark Twain. You're already 2 days late. Is there a problem? You know that you lose 5 points for each day the essay is late, don't you?
I know, Miss Hall. You won't believe what happened to my essay.
You're right about that. I probably won't believe what happened to your essay.
Well, first I left it in the library yesterday during lunchtime, and then I left it at the swimming pool after school.
Wait a minute. You left it where?
I was working on it in the library and I forgot it.
I understand that part.
Oh, you mean the swimming pool. I went swimming after school and I left my backpack in the change room. When I went back to get it, it was gone. The essay was in my backpack.
Now answer the questions. Number 6. How many points has the boy probably lost on his essay? Number 7. What was the boy doing in the library yesterday at lunchtime? Number 8. What does the teacher imply when she says,
I understand that part.
Questions 9 through 11. Listen to part of a conversation between a boy and his mother.
Mom, I want to start taking karate lessons with some of my friends. I need to learn how to defend myself.
What do you mean? Are you having trouble with bullies at school again?
No, Mom, it's not that. It's, just in case. There is always a chance it could happen.
David, are you sure? You can tell me if something is wrong.
There's nothing wrong. I just want to take some karate lessons with Kevin and Jason. They both say they feel a lot more confident now.
Okay. How much does it cost?
I guess it's about $250 a month, but I have to buy the uniform too.
Well, it's okay with me, but let's talk it over with your father when he gets home tonight.
Now answer the questions. Number 9. Why does the boy want to take karate lessons? Number 10. What does the boy imply when he says this?
No, Mom, it's not that. It's, just in case.
Number 11. What does the boy imply about his friends Kevin and Jason? Questions 12 and 13. Listen to part of a conversation between two friends at school.
Jay, I need your help. You know the cheerleading tryouts are coming up, right? Well, I'm really sick of no one noticing me, so I want to try out, but I have to get a dance routine ready.
Yeah, but I have to tell you that I'm not much of a dancer, so I'm not going to be able to help you out with that.
Don't be silly. I don't need your help with the dance. I need a really great song to dance to, and you're the only person I know who can help me with that.
Not a problem. What sort of music do you want?
Some really catchy. And popular, like maybe Strange Thing by Mama's Boy or something.
Strange Thing. No, good song, but not right for what you want. You need a really great dancing tune. How about Shaking by Jazzy D? That's a good one.
Now answer the questions. Number 12. Why does the girl say that she wants to be a cheerleader? Number 13. What does the girl mean when she says,
I need a really great song to dance to, and you're the only person I know who can help me with that.
Questions 14 through 16. Listen to a teacher talking in a social studies class.
The myth of Atlantis, as told by Plato, is the story of a perfect island civilization that was destroyed in a moment by an earthquake and sunk into the sea. Today, thanks to the work of archaeologists, we are able to point to the place where Atlantis may have actually once existed. That place is Santorini Island, located between Greece and Turkey in the Mediterranean Sea. On Santorini, archaeologists discovered the remains of an ancient civilization. Inside houses were paintings of wealthy people enjoying life. The town also had tall defensive walls, suggesting that the civilization was highly advanced. The homes even had plumbing that included both cold and hot water pipes. Then, around the year 1640 BCE, a huge volcanic eruption destroyed the entire civilization. Some archaeologists believe that Santorini was actually Atlantis, except that Plato changed the story to make it more dramatic. In reality, they claim, Santorini did not sink into the sea.
Now answer the questions. Number 14. How do archaeologists know that Santorini civilization was highly advanced? Number 15. What does the teacher imply when she says,
The homes even had plumbing that included both cold and hot water pipes?
Number 16. What does the teacher imply about Plato's myth of Atlantis? Questions 17 through 19. Listen to a teacher talking in a social studies class.
In the mid-20th century, the necktie suddenly became a symbol of individuality. Soldiers just back from World War II started wearing neckties as a way to free themselves from the military uniforms they had worn every day during the war. Neckties started coming in many colors and even had pictures on them. This trend got even wilder in the 1960s. Colors got brighter and pictures of pop icons were put on ties. The tie would start to lose popularity soon afterwards, however. This was mainly due to the rise of computer and internet companies in the 1980s. At these companies, such as Microsoft and Google, there was no real dress code, so an employee only wore a tie if he wanted to. In some companies, wearing a tie was even forbidden. This kind of casual dress code soon spread to other types of companies. For example, employees are not allowed to wear ties at the furniture company IKEA.
Now answer the questions. Number 17. What can be inferred about soldiers returning from World War II? Number 18. According to the teacher, how did neckties get wilder in the 1960s? Number 19. What does the teacher imply when he says,
At these companies, such as Microsoft and Google, there was no real dress code, so an employee only wore a tie if he wanted to.
Questions 20 through 22. Listen to a teacher talking in a science class.
Nanotechnology is another young science that promises to bring about great changes. It deals with making tools and structures on a microscopic level. Though the tools of nanotechnology are relatively new and very tiny, they are useful in many ways. In fact, nanotechnology has already been used to make medicine, computers, food, and even sunscreen. And the list doesn't stop there. This wide application of nanotechnology, however, is somewhat misleading. Currently, most nanotechnology is focused on the area of electronics. Manufacturers use nanotechnology to produce nanotubes and nanowires for smaller, faster computers. Of course, there is nothing wrong with this. Computers are very important to our modern lives. However, this limited focus on electronics keeps nanotechnology from developing further. Scientists will just continue to use nanotechnology to make computers better and better. As a result, other applications of nanotechnology, like curing cancers or growing new body tissues in patients, will be ignored.
Now answer the questions. Number 20. What does the teacher mean when she says,
In fact, nanotechnology has already been used to make medicine, computers, food, and even sunscreen?
Number 21. What does the teacher imply about the production of nanotubes and nanowires? Number 22. According to the teacher, what is the result of the current focus on electronics? Questions 23 through 26. Listen to part of a discussion in a music class.
The guitar is perhaps the most popular instrument in the world. Almost every form of modern music uses the guitar as one of its main instruments. Think of any great pop or rock band in recent history, and the guitar was an integral part of that band.
Like the Beatles. They played guitar on almost every song they ever recorded.
That's right. The only other instrument that can possibly compete with the guitar in popularity is the piano. But the piano has some disadvantages. Can anybody think of one?
I think pianos cost more than guitars.
Generally, yes, they do. Also, the size of the piano makes it much more difficult for musicians to carry around with them to concerts.
The guitar is popular today, for sure. But what about in the past?
Well, for most of its history, the guitar was not considered to be a serious instrument because it was associated with wandering musicians who were often poor and dirty. So composers didn't write guitar music, even if they knew how to play the guitar.
Now answer the questions. Number 23. What does the girl imply when she says,
Like the Beatles. They played guitar on almost every song they ever recorded?
Number 24. What is one disadvantage of the piano? Number 25. What does the teacher imply about concerts? Number 26. Why was the guitar not considered a serious instrument?